Hey everybody, Hunter back again from Showtime Studios. As you can see, we're at the spray booth and we're going to be doing the next part in the build tutorial, which is priming the chassis. And the product that we're going to be using is the Napa Colorline Lacquer Primer in the gray. And you can pick this up at your local Napa store. It's about $4 a can. And I was originally going to spray this directly out of the can, but as you can see, I just cleaned all the spray booth area up, got it all looking pretty decent. So I want to try to keep my overspray down as much as I can in here. And so what I did is I have some decanted, same product, decanted into this bottle, and it's already gassed out. I did that probably a month ago. And I've put a little bit of this in the airbrush, and the airbrush that I'm going to be using on this particular session here is the Grex Tritium series center gravity feed. Has a 0.3 needle in it, and I've got the compressor set at right about 15 psi on this. So we're going to get right into spraying the chassis, and I've got it sitting on the Tamiya stand right now. And what I'll do is spray the top of it, and then we will probably take a break because I'll let that dry up, and then I will turn this over and set it down that way, but I don't want to do that if it's still wet. So I want to give it a little bit of time for that. So we'll probably break this into two parts as far as spraying the chassis. And then when we get back over to the workbench area, I'll give you a real close-up view of this and show you how it came out. So here we go. We're going to get started on this. The booth may be a little loud when I first click it on, but the noise reduction on the camera should take care of that. So here we go. And I just did a little test spray over here just to check my flow on the gun, make sure everything's okay. Now, if you remember right, when we did the previous videos, we left some chrome components on this. What I'm doing now is going in and putting a very light mist coat over top of that kit chrome. Not a whole lot. And we also did the 4-link bars, and some of the kit chrome was left on them. So we're going to do a light coat over top of those. Now we're back up to the control arms again. And back to the 4-link bars again. Once I get that mist coat down on everything and I know everything's going to go pretty well, I'll go ahead and turn the primer up a little bit, get a little bit more flow out of the airbrush. So now we're going to go in and start getting all these white components gray. And at 15 psi, I'm spraying, 3-4 inches away from the model with the primer because I'm trying not to get it real dry and grainy. If you back up too far off the surface, it will get real grainy on you. So remember to get in a little bit closer when you're using a lacquer primer out of an airbrush. And I'm not putting a whole lot down on here. You may see a lot coming out, but this primer is very, very thin when you're spraying it through an airbrush. So there's not a whole lot of material going down on the surface, but it's getting the job done. And we are out of primer, which I kind of figured. That was about a half a cup in there. And we've got all the top, the sides, the front, and the back sprayed. So when we come back in the next video, we'll have this flipped over, and we'll go ahead and do the bottom side and show you how that's done. And then in the next video, we'll go ahead and we'll put it back over to the workbench and have the view coming straight down on it, and we'll show you how it came out. So this is Hunter from Showtime Studios. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.